Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn English Easily, the place where we don't just teach you English like a subject, but we help you actually use it in real-life situations where it truly matters. Whether it's talking to someone for the first time, expressing your thoughts confidently, or facing moments that can change your life completely, like a job interview. This is Emma here, and today's episode is something extremely important, especially if you are someone who feels nervous, underconfident, or stuck when it comes to speaking English in professional situations.
Today we are going to talk about how to talk in English in a job interview. And I want you to stay with us till the end because this is not going to be one of those boring lessons where we just give you a few answers and expect you to memorize them. Instead, we're going to help you understand how to think, how to respond naturally, and how to present yourself in a way that feels confident, clear, and professional, even if your English is not perfect.
And if you have ever felt that you knew the answer in your mind, but you could not express it properly in English during an interview, or you felt that your confidence dropped just because the conversation was in English, then this episode is especially for you, because we are going to break everything down step by step in a very simple and practical way.
And by the end of this episode, you will not only know what to say in an interview, but more importantly, you will understand how to structure your answers, how to sound natural instead of memorized, and how to stay calm even when you feel nervous.
So let's start with something very important, James, because before we talk about what to say in an interview, we need to understand why people struggle so much when it comes to speaking English in that situation.
Yes, Emma, and the biggest reason is not lack of knowledge, it is pressure combined with fear. Because in an interview, people feel that they are being judged at every second. They feel that every word they say matters. And because of that, they try to be perfect instead of being natural, which actually makes their speech unnatural and sometimes even confusing.
Exactly. And what happens is they start thinking about grammar, vocabulary, and correctness while speaking, and that breaks the flow of their communication, because instead of focusing on their message, they focus on how they sound.
Now let's talk about the first and most common question in any interview, which is, tell me about yourself. And this is where many candidates either speak too much, speak too little, or sound completely memorized.
Yes, and the key here is to keep your introduction structured, clear, and natural. For example, instead of saying random things, you can say something like, "My name is Emma. I recently completed my degree in mechanical engineering, and I have a strong interest in design and problem solving. During my studies, I worked on projects related to CAD software, which helped me develop both technical and practical skills."
And what makes this answer effective is not the complexity of English, but the clarity and structure, because you are telling who you are, what you have done, and what your strengths are in a simple and professional way.
Now let's talk about answering questions in general, because this is where many people lose confidence, especially when they don't know the exact answer.
Yes, and here is a very important mindset shift. You don't need perfect answers. You need clear and honest answers because interviewers are not just checking your knowledge, they are also observing your thinking process and your communication style.
For example, if they ask you about your strengths, instead of giving one-word answers, you can say, "One of my strengths is my ability to stay consistent and focused on my work, even when the task is challenging, and I also try to continuously learn new skills to improve myself."
Now let's talk about difficult questions because these are the moments where most people feel nervous or stuck.
Yes, like when someone asks, "What is your weakness?" Many people panic. But instead of panicking, you can answer it smartly by saying something like, "One area I'm working on is improving my communication skills, especially in professional environments, and I'm actively practicing and learning to become more confident."
And this shows honesty as well as improvement, which is what interviewers appreciate.
Now let's talk about something very important, James, because natural English versus perfect English.
Yes, because many people think they need perfect grammar, but in reality, clarity is more important than perfection. Because even if your grammar is not perfect, if your message is clear, you can still create a strong impression.
English is not just about words, it is also about how you present yourself.
Yes, maintain eye contact, keep your posture straight, and speak at a comfortable speed. Because confidence is not about speaking fast, it's about speaking clearly and calmly.
Let's do a real interview example so you can understand how everything connects.
Yes, let's keep it natural and realistic.
Can you tell me about yourself?
Yes, my name is James. I recently completed my degree in mechanical engineering, and I've developed a strong interest in design and analysis. During my academic journey, I worked on multiple projects related to CAD software, which helped me understand both theoretical and practical aspects of design.
Why do you want to join our company?
I am really interested in this opportunity because your company focuses on innovation and practical engineering solutions, and I believe this environment will help me learn, grow, and contribute effectively with my skills.
So the truth is simple. You don't need perfect English to succeed in an interview. You need clarity, confidence, and practice.
And every time you practice speaking, you improve your ability to express yourself.
And if you really want to improve your English speaking for real-life situations like job interviews, presentations, and daily communication, then make sure you subscribe to Learn English Easily. Because we are not here to teach boring theory. We are here to help you speak with confidence in the real world.
Yes, and in the next episode, we're going to talk about how to answer interview questions confidently without memorizing answers and still sound natural and professional.
So don't wait. Hit that subscribe button, start practicing today, and take one step closer to becoming confident in English.
Because the more you speak,
the more confident you become.
And the more opportunities you create.
This is Emma.
And this is James.
From Learn English Easily.
We'll see you in the next episode.